So Artur MANN being introduced to the fans here at the Agenda Arena up on the Jumbotron. That will soon turn into his walkway. One of the most experienced operators in and around the cruiserweight division. Preparing for his 24th professional contest tonight. And has mixed it with the very best. 20 victories, 11 of them inside the distance. 3 losses, but those losses coming against some of the best operators in the world. Artur MANN up into the boxing ring and taking up residence in the black corner.
His opponent coming into the gold corner from Krasnodar, Russia, Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV.
Well, Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV approaches this yet another outing on an IBA Champions Night, filled with confidence. He boxed in the event at Abu Dhabi at the back end of last year, featured at August, and the Serpukov fight night in Russia was also showcasing his skills at the event in Tajikistan in October. Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, the 2-time reigning IBA world champion and current Olympic silver medalist.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is 10 3-minute rounds in the 90.7 kilogram weight class. Your officials, judges at ringside, Gary Kitanowski, Mike Hale, and Gustavo Padilla. Your referee in charge of the action at the time of the bell, from Ghana, Erasmus Owu. And now it's time to meet the boxers. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the black corner, weighing in at 90.45 kilograms. An excellent professional record consisting of 20 wins, only 3 defeats. 11 of those wins come by way of knockout. He fights out of Hanover, Germany, by way of Kureli, Kazakhstan. Please welcome Artur MANN. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the gold corner, weighing in at 90.7 kilograms. An outstanding amateur record consisting of 97 wins. He is a former amateur champion of the world, unbeaten as a professional. 1 win, no losses. That win comes by way of knockout. From Krasnodar, Russia, please welcome Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV.
Protect yourself at all times. Whatever I say, you must be touch gloves. Good luck.
So we're underway then. This is action in the 90.7 kilogram division. Contest between boxers from Germany and Russia. A more compact figure, wearing white, just coming forward behind his exploratory left jab is Artur Thunderman MANN from Kureli in Kazakhstan, but based in Hanover in Germany. Outstanding professional career to this point in his career. It's his 24th contest tonight, 20 wins, 11 of them inside the distance, 3 losses when you consider that his second loss came against Myris Briedis, former WBC cruiserweight champion, in a battle for the IBF cruiserweight title back in 2021. Stopped in the 3rd round of that contest scheduled for 12. Most recently, Evgeny Tishenko, the 2016 Rio Olympic champion, who is next up on the card here tonight. he outpointed Artur MANN over 10 rounds. Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, a towering figure at the IBA weight limit of between 90 and 92 kilograms, which is the heavyweight division prior to the super heavyweights, which is often 91 kilograms or 92 kilograms plus. Well, he's so composed. You see a counter left jab twice in quick succession, maintaining the gap effectively between he and Artur MANN. But this first contest over 10 rounds for Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, his previous outing, an IBA Champions Night Affairs, came in Tashkent, and that was a contest scheduled for 8, where he prevailed on a unanimous point decision win over Akani Fuzi. You see MANN looking for that overhand right, and despite the accolades and accomplishments of Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, see the leverage being generated on the punches by Artur MANN, but that lead left hand is a really accurate shot from the shoulder, pushing off the back foot, and look at the gap it's able to establish between GADZHIMAGOMEDOV and MANN, putting MANN well beyond his punching range, where it's still within the wheelhouse of GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. And again, the left jab, such a fundamental punch, particularly when you're a tall boxer at the weight. Compact muscular operators are often exciting, the KO artists who can bob and weave their way inside using a peekaboo style. But when you get a long, lean boxer at the weight, their body's going to be a target, and so they look to just keep the man at the end of that long lead stick, be it orthodox or southpaw. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV using that left hand terrifically in the opening 3 minutes of this round. And again, it's such a disruptive shot. Takes the opponent off balance, blinds them on occasion, and keeps them occupied by having them cover up. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV utilizing good variety on his left jab. Artur MANN kept on the periphery of range for the majority of those first 3 minutes. So into the second round then. Contest at just under 91 kilograms. Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV returning to the 3-round code of IBA boxing. Took his first world title in 2019 in Yekaterinburg. Missed the 2021 edition after his exploits at the Olympic Games, where he came away with a silver medal. Oh, lead left hook by Artur MANN is an eye-catching shot. Tried to dig it in again at close range, but wasn't quite accurate. But it was a silver medal after being outpointed by Julio Cesar La Cruz of Cuba, who moved up from light heavyweight success in Rio 2016 to take the heavyweight title at Tokyo 5 years later, and then returned to 3-round boxing. Earlier this year did Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV and duly boxed his way to top spot on the podium, as you see him continuing to snake out that lead left hand. How many times in quick succession, and it's completely disrupting the attempted forward movement of Artur MANN. Now he's looking to use head movement to get around it. Looping left hook, and then a right hand in between the gloves of Artur MANN. As GADZHIMAGOMEDOV not really looking to put anything on these punches, but he's piling up the points principally behind an offense that is being predicated on that terrific use of the left jab. So MANN continuing to press, and again, he won't be overly deterred by this. There you see good use of the jab from MANN, timing his lead left hand wonderfully despite being a shorter boxer. Nice movement by GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, then defensively responsible by putting up his left glove to block the incoming overhand right from MANN. So what can MANN do to get inside that trip hammer of a lead left hand that GADZHIMAGOMEDOV has been using in the first completed round and 2 minutes of this second round here. See Mann trying to establish his own lead left hand. Right hand blocked by the left glove, then GADZHIMAGOMEDOV over the front foot, backing up Artur MANN with a left jab, which wasn't a scoring shot, but again, it kept Mann occupied and caused him to retreat across the canvas of the boxing ring. Good head movement in the pocket from Mann once again. Glancing right hand landed by Mann. Right hook in response from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV was partially blocked by the left glove of Mann. So it's GADZHIMAGOMEDOV on the front foot, and that is an authoritative left jab down to the body. Mann counters with the same shot. Stab jab just above the belt line landed by Mann. Mann looking for his own lead left once again. Oh, that's a beautiful counter right hand behind a left jab, and it causes Mann to back up. He retreats to the ropes and takes another couple of right hands before the bell. Very strong conclusion to the round by Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. Well, again, given the experience of Artur MANN, sharing a ring with Myris Briedis in a bid for a world title. Evgeny Tashenko, who got the better of him at the back end of last year in Yekaterinburg. But here, Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV showing his credentials in a contest that is scheduled for 10. Longest scheduled bout that he's competed in. With his contest in Sapukov in Russia in August against his familiar rival Julio Cesar La Cruz. That was over the IBA Champions Night distance of 5 rounds. Got a measure of competitive revenge on that occasion. I commentated on that bout. Thought it was a little bit unfortunate, Julio Cesar La Cruz, but that decision has gone into the book as we prepare for the 3rd round of this heavyweight contest scheduled for 10-3s. Artur MANN out onto the front foot to begin this 3rd round, but GADZHIMAGOMEDOV doing a good job of not moving back in a straight line. Rather, he's moving around the clock face and looking to get his own lead left hand re-established. He ended the 2nd round in really strong fashion, and there you see the disruptive effect of that lead jab once again. He turns it into a long left hook, GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. And again, the nature of this stick is just making life really difficult for Artur MANN. He's having to spend an awful lot of time fending off that shot, protecting that shot, retreating from that shot. And there's a good left jab from Artur MANN. Now can he not get greedy but go for more success and get GADZHIMAGOMEDOV to hold his feet at mid-range? But again, look at the wonderful punch picking and variety from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, who drops down to the body for the first time in the contest. And look at that, how that brought the right hand down of Artur MANN. Sumptuous left hook sunk just above the belt line of Artur MANN from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, who is stalking his man now, getting onto that front foot, not quite walking him down, but looking to back him up behind that terrific, solid left hand. How many left jabs before a corkscrew right hand was unfurled by GADZHIMAGOMEDOV? And again, Artur MANN keeping his cool, but expect nothing less from an experienced operator at his level. But beyond the midpoint of this 3rd round, and there's a right hook which was preceded by a left uppercut from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. And again, Artur MANN having his hands full, dealing with the punch output of the reigning 2-time IBA world champion. Good left hook to the body, right hand over the top, may have been blocked by the left glove of Artur MANN. There's a left hand from Artur MANN, but he takes a left jab in short order from the current Olympic silver medalist. So, plenty of encouragement audible from the corner of Artur MANN. Reaching with that overhand right, GADZHIMAGOMEDOV able to utilize his greater height and employ the layback to ensure the shot missed. Momentarily turning southpaw is GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, remaining in the port-sided stance. Now he's back as an orthodox boxer, looking to lengthen out that lead left once again. So MANN busy with the jab, but it's inaccurate. Looking for a counter right uppercut was GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV again jolting out that jab from the shoulder, getting wonderful extension. extending that scapula. Counter left hook not too far away from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV after Artur MANN fell short. So another busy round of boxing. Artur MANN again showing that he's not going to be overwhelmed or overawed, but for my money, he was outboxed in that third round and certainly outworked and outscored. But he did have his moments. But GADZHIMAGOMEDOV showing variety, dropping down to the body with bad intentions and counter-punching to good effect. Well, that's a really tardy exit from the black corner by Artur MANN's corner team. 60 seconds permitted in between rounds, but they didn't start to administer water and attempt to reinsert the gum shield until the bell had sounded to begin round number 4. So let's see if any additional time is added onto the back end of round 4 as Artur MANN lands with a good right hand to the body, but Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV holding his feet and snaking out that lead left hand to good effect once again. So Artur MANN, wide-legged stance, just bobbing and weaving in the pocket. Effective defense behind high-held gloves from Artur MANN. Good right hand to the body from MANN. Nudging right uppercut in response from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, who's attempting to pull the gloves down with his lead left hand and then bring the backhand into play. And Artur MANN altogether more aggressive now in the first minute of this fourth stanza. So GADZHIMAGOMEDOV is looking for a straight right hand lead. Wonderful variety on the jab once again. Body and head, able to move it up and down. Now he's targeting the head of MANN. Artur MANN looking to quicken his feet discernibly here now. Right hand over the top is a solid shot. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV countered immediately with a stiff left jab, backing up his opponent. MANN looking for the right hand once again. Mouthpiece dislodged. And so the referee, Mr. Erasmus Ohu, calling time. The gum shield will be rinsed and reinserted. So just over a minute remaining in this fourth round. Artur MANN altogether more dynamic in this round. Right hand over the top with a scoring shot from him just a few moments ago. But back behind the most fundamental, basic punch in the book is GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. But he can use so much variety on that lead left hand. Speculative right uppercut fired by MANN off the mark. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV just being made to miss here now because MANN is out of range, but there's a clever right hook behind the left glove of Artur MANN. Howlets over a left hook unfurled by Artur MANN, but it was off the mark. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV content to stand in the pocket. See that jab landing with a bent elbow here now. So that means it's going to be, in all likelihood, within Artur MANN's punching range. Speculative right hand landing around the neck of GADZHIMAGOMEDOV from MANN. You can hear the corner man shouting Swansig. 20 seconds remaining as MANN looking for a counter right hand lead which just grazed the beard of GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. Artur MANN with his best round of the contest. So closing seconds of this fourth round, scoring jab from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. Artur MANN asking for encouragement from the crowd here at the Agenda Arena. So MANN, not quite a scouting mission over the first 3 rounds, but he was an altogether more dynamic, expressive and effusive boxer here in round number 4, getting himself into his own preferred punching territory at mid-range. There's a counter right hand, just glancing the beard of GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. That was indicative of the energy and intent that he brought to the fourth frame of boxing. So into the fifth round of a contest scheduled for 10. Artur MANN out busily to begin the fifth frame, scoring with jabs to the body, and then variety going upstairs and downstairs. Right hand over the top once again. And GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, remember, he's boxed over the 8-round distance before as recently as October on the IBA Champions Night in Tajikistan. But so often, when top operators from the world of professional boxing and IBA boxing meet, as they sometimes do in sparring, invariably, even the pro will concede that over the first 3 rounds, the top operator from IBA boxing will have their measure. But then once we get beyond the 3rd round and go into the 4th and 5th and 6th, it becomes a different story. Now, of course, GADZHIMAGOMEDOV has the experience of 8-round action under his belt. But Artur MANN, who, remember, has already challenged for a world title against the estimable Myris Bridis, well, the 10-round distance holds no fears for him. He's been a 12-round distance when winning an international title against Alexander Pell in Germany back in 2018. As GADZHIMAGOMEDOV trying to re-establish that lead left hand that served him so well in the first 3 rounds. But Artur MANN cutting an altogether different figure, a more confident figure, a more active figure, more comfortable figure up there in the boxing ring since the start of round number 4. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV back on the jab once more. And again, look at the distance it puts between himself and his opponent from the 6'5". GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, there's a solid right, overhand right crashing home twice in quick succession for Artur MANN. But GADZHIMAGOMEDOV barely blinking, keeping himself in the pocket and looking for bent arm successes with hooks and uppercuts. So, MANN most certainly getting closer. Is GADZHIMAGOMEDOV conceding his reach and range willingly, or is he being drawn into a contest into the preferred territory of Artur MANN? That's what MANN's trying to do, of course. You see GADZHIMAGOMEDOV unfurling straight punches once again. MANN, good head movement to cause the jab to go over his shoulder. Glancing right hand sends him tumbling into the corner post. Landing from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV at the full extent of its reach, and it caught Artur MANN on the point of his chin and caused him to totter into the corner post and the mouthpiece dislodged for the 2nd time. Now, not suggesting that this is gamesmanship, but that is a veteran's move. When they're under pressure, the mouthpiece can be spat out to buy more time from an experienced operator. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV immediately back onto the front foot, looking to end this contest inside the distance. Artur MANN discombobulated, his legs seemingly still unsteady, right hands around the corner, crashing home, showing defiance and catapulting himself off the ropes at the sound of the bell is Artur MANN. But a terrific round produced in the 5th by Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. His retractable reach extended to the fullest on the end of that right cross, catching Artur MANN on his chin and causing him to totter into the corner post. The ropes keeping him up, and so the referee rightly calling it a knockdown and tolling the mandatory 8 count. Extra time added onto the back of the count because the mouthpiece came out as well. Remember, that was a feature of the contest, one of the contests between the late Diego Chico Corrales and Castillo. Diego Corrales, a posthumous inductee into this year's class of the International Boxing Hall of Fame. But the mouthpiece coming out repeatedly during their contests. And that may have bought Artur MANN just enough time to survive the 5th round. Oh, and Artur MANN, my goodness, what a professional this boxer is. because he endured a torrid 5th round. And what did he do to start the 6th as we move into the second half of the contest? Stamps his authority on the opening exchanges of this 6th round and lands an overhand right to let GADZHIMAGOMEDOV know, well, listen, you may have got the better of me at the end of that round, but I'm still in this contest. But it may be a show of bravado because GADZHIMAGOMEDOV is continuing to look to press his advantage here, looking to pull down the hands of Artur MANN, who is goading GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, telling him to come on, bring it to me. And GADZHIMAGOMEDOV accommodating him in that respect, showing wonderful accuracy, particularly behind his left jab, now bringing hooks to the body and uppercuts into play. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV operating behind a low-held guard, trying to draw Artur MANN out of his shell in a bid to find a home for his own punches. Well, what a first minute of this 6th round. Artur MANN dropped at the end of the 5th, came out gangbusters to start the 6th with an overhand right. Solid shot landed on the chin of GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV ate it and came back with a fusillade of his own punches, putting Artur MANN under pressure. MANN appears to have weathered the storm and is getting back on the front foot once again. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV exerted an awful lot of energy with that volley of shots. So is he just taking a little bit of a breather now as MANN goes in search of an overhand right once again? 2-shot salvo from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV attempting to breach the defenses of MANN. And again, look at that lead left hand, almost blinding MANN as the left jab pistoned out, backs him up towards the ropes. Nudging left hook to the body brings down the right hand of Artur MANN. Oh, that's a cracking right hand once again, but taking it solidly and nodding in acknowledgement is Artur MANN, but he won't want to take too many more of those. Remember, it was a straight right cross that caused him to take a trip to the canvas, or more accurately, as he uncoils a left hook with full body weight behind it, GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, then showing variety to the body. MANN comes back with body shots of his own, and that appears to have hurt GADZHIMAGOMEDOV because he gets on his bike now and drops his hands to protect his torso after taking that shot downstairs. Then he bites down, snakes a 4-shot combo in between the gloves of Artur MANN, and this one becoming attritional as a right hand backs up Artur MANN from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. My goodness, this is fantastic two-way action here in the closing stages of round number 6. 10-second clapper sounds here at the Agenda Arena in Dubai. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV keeps the points piling up with his lead left hand. Artur MANN looking for the overhand right. What a round, my goodness. Fantastic two-way action over the course of the entire 3 minutes. And again, it was Artur MANN showing his will after being dropped in the 5th, came out strong in the 6th, but then was subjected to this type of onslaught from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. There's a wonderful overhand right once again. But then MANN responded, landing a good shot to the body which caused GADZHIMAGOMEDOV to drop his hands, but it was GADZHIMAGOMEDOV who ended the round on the front foot. So into the 7th round then, after an action-packed round number 6 where both boxers enjoyed success, but for my money it was GADZHIMAGOMEDOV who had the better of the success. And that has been the story of the contest, truth be told. Artur MANN always in the contest. I just don't think he's doing enough to be winning the contest. But of course, at this weight, as MANN looks for a left jab to the body, GADZHIMAGOMEDOV looking for a counter over the top. But these boxers capable of producing shots that can end a bout inside the distance in pretty short order. As MANN edging his way forwards, GADZHIMAGOMEDOV content to circumnavigate the ring counterclockwise, moving away from the backhand of Artur MANN. So he's doing a good job maintaining the gap, GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. But prior to that two-shot forward for Ray, precious few punches being let go by the reigning two-time IBA world champion. There he gets Mann on the end of his jab, and now it's Mann's turn to take the long route around the boxing ring. Backed up to the ropes. Mann held out his right hand, just wondered whether he was inconvenienced by something a few moments ago, and was stationary and took two punches from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV while on the ropes. It's GADZHIMAGOMEDOV now, after starting the round on the perimeter of the boxing ring, now back on the front foot and looking to push Artur MANN backwards. Good right hand to the body causes Mann to drop his hands. It was a straight right cross into his left flank. Mann edging forwards behind his own left jab once again, looking for the sneaky overhand right is GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. Roundhouse right disrupts the boxing stance of Artur MANN once more. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV senses that, goes after his man. But Mann, well, he's taking jabs repeatedly here, and it's a terrific portion of the round for GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. Two-shot salvo was partially blocked by his gloves, but he still had enough force to force Mann backwards as GADZHIMAGOMEDOV looks to pull his gloves down once again and shoot the right hand into the subsequent gap. Beautiful lead left once more from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, and a right hand to the body causes Mann to dip at the knees, and then a big exhalation follows, and Mann's in real trouble here. Closing seconds of the 7th round, pinned near the neutral corner. He was hurt down to the body, and another shot causes him to bend over at the waist and sink down to the canvas. The mouthpiece spat out. He's taking his another count, and is the 10-second clapper going to indicate that he's okay to, or get him back to the belt and the corner? So the bell sounding at just the right time, and you saw Artur MANN voluntarily spit out his mouthpiece. And in the event that the contest had resumed in that 7th round, well, that would have bought him more time for the mouthpiece to be rinsed and recovered once again. But Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV breaking the man down, and you see the head covered up. So what did GADZHIMAGOMEDOV do? Showed his IQ in the boxing ring and dropped down to the body and hurt the man repeatedly downstairs. Terrific punch picking from Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, and he now in a commanding position, having scored his 2nd knockdown of the contest. Well, once again, this is a tardy exit from the black corner by Artur MANN's coaching team, because these intervals are around 1 minute and 20 seconds before the action resumes. And I think the referee, Mr. Erasmus Ohu, just telling Artur MANN's coaching team, listen, you're experienced guys, you know that it's a minute interval. You get a warning at 10 seconds when the timekeeper issues the cry of seconds out or seconds away. So really pushing it to the limit of the rule book for Artur MANN's corner team, but keen to buy their man every second of respite possible after he endured a really torrid 7th round, where he was hurt to the body repeatedly, and the final body shot caused him to double over, turn his back, take a count, and then he spat out the mouthpiece. At the conclusion of the count, the bell sounded, allowing Artur MANN to return to the sanctuary of his black corner. There he looks for a roundhouse right to the body. Seems to have been inconvenienced once again. Immediately jumping on that distress signal is GADZHIMAGOMEDOV and backing Mann up to the ropes. Well, not sure how well Mann has recovered here, as he's targeted downstairs once again. Another left hand causes Mann to bring his hands down. He was hurt down to the body, then a left hook to the jaw, followed by a left hand to the body. and this could well be the final roll of the dice for Artur MANN, because GADZHIMAGOMEDOV has got him pinned against the ropes, and look at MANN showing distress, showing his discomfort, and it's really inviting pressure from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, who will continue to target the torso in a bid to break Artur MANN down and get him out of there inside the distance. Artur MANN showing terrific commitment, but look at how he's being disrupted by these punches now. Every shot from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV having an increasingly pronounced effect, and he's still got 40 seconds and change to survive, Artur MANN. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, muscular left hook turned in with full leverage. Artur MANN in survival mode here now, willing himself forwards. Oh, but there's another right hand that catches him to the body, and now he has to back up. GADZHIMAGOMEDOV steps right back into the breach, uncoiling repeated right hands, and Artur MANN, well, he's having difficulty keeping GADZHIMAGOMEDOV off. Speculative overhand right from Artur MANN, off the mark, but look at how disorganized he's repeatedly becoming, turning his back, Artur MANN, and he's having to use all of his experience. He takes another left hook beneath his right elbow. All of his experience just to keep himself in the contest here. Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV continuing to pour it on, and Artur MANN reduced to a sitting duck over on the ropes. Repeated right hands crashing through defenses from Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. Artur MANN still with enough wits about him to bob and weave at the sound of the 10-second clapper, but he's being overwhelmed here in the closing stages of round number 8. No count forthcoming or produced from GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, but my goodness, that was a dominant 3 minutes of boxing produced by the reigning two-time IBA world champion. Terrific work rate. Remember, these are 91-kilogram heavyweight boxers, but when GADZHIMAGOMEDOV sensed that he had his man in trouble, well, he was relentless, repeatedly targeting his man to both head and body. Artur MANN made to endure some really uncomfortable moments. His experience enabling him to make it through to the end of the round, but a dominant round of boxing produced by GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. Well, I think he's being called by the corner. Compassionate work from Artur MANN's corner team. They know their boxer better than anyone, and he gave it everything he had. But in the final analysis, it simply was not enough to keep a rampant Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV at bay. Scoring 2 knockdowns in the course of the contest in round 5 and round 7, where he dropped him to the body. In round 8, outworked, outscored the man heavily, did Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, and credit to Artur MANN for being able to make it through to the round, make it through to the end of the round. But he wasn't able to answer the bell for round number 9. Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV prevailing after Artur MANN's corner team retiring after enduring a torrid round number 8 here at the Agenda Arena in Dubai. Well, from warrior mode back to family man for Artur MANN. Played his part in what was a really entertaining contest, because after being dropped in round number 5, Artur MANN responded with a strong start to round number 6. An altogether different figure in round number 4 as well. Artur MANN, after almost using the first 3 rounds as something of a scouting mission against the high punch output of Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV. Round 4 saw Artur MANN spring into life. He was dropped in round 5, started strong in round number 6, hurt to the body and sent to the floor in round number 7, and then dominated and ultimately put out of the contest over the course of the 3 minutes of round number 8. So Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, good to see that sportsmanship between the two boxers who have just shared 8 magnificent rounds in the boxing ring. But it is the younger man, Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, the 26-year-old, who has prevailed over the 33-year-old Artur MANN. And that gives you an idea as to the quality of IBA boxers when they step up beyond the 3-round format. Because Artur MANN's most recent loss came against Evgeny Tashenko in Yekaterinburg. Here he's bested by the reigning 2-time champ and the current Olympic silver medalist. Evgeny Tashenko, of course, Olympic champ in Rio.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee from Ghana, Erasmus Owu, accepts the retirement from the man corner. Therefore, your winner via 9th round TKO from Krasnodar, Russia, Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV.
So Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV declared a TKO winner in round 9 after the corner of Artur MANN retired their man at the end of the 8th round. But Artur MANN posing some questions of Muslim GADZHIMAGOMEDOV, but my goodness, didn't he answer them emphatically. Had his chin checked on occasion by Artur MANN's strong overhand right. Was subjected to some rough stuff at short and mid-range. But every time Artur MANN posed a question, GADZHIMAGOMEDOV responded as you expect a champion to respond. Always keen to have the final word in any exchanges. And again, he did such an outstanding job exploiting his advantage in height and reach. And his left jab really was a thing of beauty. In the presence of the notorious MMA